Alright, so show y'all how to FiveM ready export a computer. I started doing about the last 2 weeks now, and it better result, better time. Next, I know a lot of people are using the cracked 3ds Max, so Blender is free. Everything you need for it is free. Um, I'll link everything down below, all the softwares and such you need. So you can model in whatever Blender version you want to, but you have to export in the newest Blender, so it exports as a Rage asset. So let's go for this chain I just. Right here. Okay. So we have this chain. I'll do it with the bracelets and such, so that way you guys can know how to rig that as well. So this could be whatever name. Have your materials separate like this. All of your materials do have to be DDS format, or else it will not export, as Sollumz deals with DDSs, and these textures will be embedded, and you can embed with DDS textures through Sollumz. So we have our chain here. Boom, it's already modeled out, everything like that. We're gonna copy this, then we're gonna go to our newer Blender. So I have mine stored here. Blender export, Blender 4.5.6. And I'll show you guys what Sollumz to be running whenever we get into. So I'll also have in my Discord, I'll have my chain base and my full rig. The chain base is just chain rigging, and then the full rig is for everything. So rings, grills, separate grills for top jaw, bottom jaw, uh, forearms, everything like that. So the Sollumz you're gonna want to be running is this version right here, 8.2. This allows us to export as a Rage asset instead of a an XML format. So what we're gonna do here is bring over our chain. I'll do all my materials from scratch as well, so that way you guys understand it. You're gonna come down here. We're gonna go to UV maps, top UV map. That one wants to be UV map 0. Add another one, map space 1. Both of these by maps. Okay, so we're gonna go into the new chain, make sure nothing is selected. We're gonna go into the old chain, make sure everything is selected. Go click back on the old chain, then we're gonna shift click onto the old chain, right click, join, go into edit mode, press X, click vertices. So now our new chain is technically in and on the rig, and the old chain is out. So I will show you how to rig it now. So here you can see all of our, what I'm saying, all of our bones that we have to rig things with. We're gonna go into wireframe mode, select the grill. We're gonna bind that to the head. Any earrings, grills, lip rings, nose ring, glasses, hats, those will be binded to the head. Your chain will always be binded to spine 3. So with fingers and forearms, bracelets and such, I want to look from the back view. So the opposite way of where the chain is facing. So that way you can tell left from right. So we're looking from the back. This is our left hand. Like this bracelet. We're going to bind this to. Just click it a couple times, spam it just to ensure that it's big. Go on the right for it. There we go. Now the chain is fully rigged. Now we need to give it the shaders it needs. What do is go into edit mode. I'm gonna remove your old shaders that you were using the Another way you can see what textures you are using is if you go to edit mode on the chain and you click select, it select anything, and that texture is not being used. Get out of edit mode. That. Same for the next one. It's not using it. That one's not being used. There is a plugin that cleans unused material. I'll have to find that if anybody's interested in that. So let's give this to shaders. Just click on this. They're my main diamonds. This is what I'm gonna want to sparkles. Colorbles. These, when you search up PED, these are gonna be all the shaders you can. Everybody use it, like PED haircut, alpha, stuff like that. We're not gonna be using those. We're just gonna be straight PED for all of our shaders. So we're gonna convert this to a shader, embed that spec. Here we'll find our bump specs. Map. Specular sampler. I have a special sampler for my reflect and sparkle. Yeah, pinkish orangish sparkle. That one. And then, okay, so this is the most important part. This is where your chain's not gonna shake in game. The wind resistance, all that. So global, we're gonna set all these 0, all of them. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my normal stuff as you would in 3ds Max. So specular intensity 30, specular fall off 1997. You click tab to go down to the next one like that. Specular Fresnel, we're gonna do 500. Bumpiness, we're gonna do. Okay, now detail settings. 0, 0, 24. Now that shader's done. So this one's gonna be my rounds. Round circular done. Flat map this. Flat map. Specular map. I like to use the new one sometimes or the old one. The old one will give it a more metallic look than give it more reflection. Same thing here. 0, 0, 0, 30, 1997, 4500, 0 on the bumpiness because we want reflect instead of sparkle. Detail settings, 0. Okay, now everything has the correct shaders and is ready to be exported. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the top right corner, right click, select hierarchy, back, put your cursor over the chain, press V, export rage assets. We're going to save this in a file. Say we'll just call this done. Export this. And as we're waiting for that, we'll open Codewalker RPF Explorer. Find that on A5 mods, Codewalker Discord, etc. So now that chain's exported in 11 seconds. Usually, if you're using 3ds Max for a 240K poly chain, it'll probably take 10 to 20 minutes to export. But now with Blender, it will export. Usually, I've seen times vary. Usually 2 to 15 seconds or, but way faster. You can push out chains way faster now. Open file, open the folder that you're working in. Then go into that folder where you exported it to. It'll come out with Gen 8 and Gen 9. We use Gen 9. We don't use Gen 8. You're going to want to go into edit mode, right click in the empty space, import XML. Navigate to that Gen 9 folder. You're going to want to import this XML. Might take a couple minutes. There we go. Go in here, you can do it just to make sure you know everything has the right texture. There's no weird stuff going. Vertices joining. Okay, that looks good. So now I'm gonna put that in a test server. Start up test server. FiveM. And what you guys are going to be seeing, a chain with no graphics packs. I use no graphics mods, graphics pack mods, V-Shade, just normal GTA graphics. Of course, if you have a graphics pack or mods, you know what I'm saying, EMB, etc., your chains will look better. My personal preference is I just don't do it for when I'm advertising it. To me, it just gives a fake look. I want my customers to know the authenticity. Like, yeah, if your PC isn't the best, you can't run good graphics packs, that it still will look good.
FiveM Radio, bitch. Home of the glory gang.
I got a lot of testing MLOs and everything.
Nigga, throw your ass off the banister. Sipping lean out the fucking canister. On the go, but I started off an amateur. I'ma take that Ferrari if that's fine with you.
There we go. In my opinion, 3DFs gives a more subtle sparkle. It doesn't look bad by any means, but with the new blender method, it does give it a little bit of sparkle. Gives it the same color sparkle. But we'll cam it. Guys, it's great. The watches and everything are a little bit undersized, which this is just for reference. But see everything rigged, wrists, change rigged, and show you guys drill as well. Show you guys that it does work. That's how to export a chain in Blender for FiveM 2026. No more 3DS, no more cracked apps. Yep. So I'll be linking the softwares down below if you guys need setup with the softwares. And like I said, you can use any Blender version to model the chain, but not to export. You're going to need the newest version of Blender and 2.82 of Sollumz to export as a Rage asset. And only import Gen 9 file. Never use the Gen 8. The Gen 8 will bug out. That's all.